A complete video course from zero to drone programmer with Bergquist.
Thanks for having me. Glad to be with the Tiziano.
The. Like there are others, not with my name.
I've never heard of any.
No. And there's not that many Tiziano Fiorenzani. And try to go Starbucks and telling your name is Tiziano Fiorenzani, and then I just quit. Now I am T. Okay. And as usual, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing because I'm gonna post content about drones, robotics, courses, awesome things right here. My name is Tiziano and I'm here with Caleb because I want to talk to you about his awesome course that actually gonna teach you from zero to becoming a drone programmer in just 40 lessons, about 40 lessons. And at the end of the video, you're gonna find a code for getting your discount. So stick with us up to the very end, now when we're gonna reveal the code. And now, here's the story. One day, I was browsing the Ardupilot forum and I found out that someone had just created a video course. Finally, there was something that actually could bring you from zero to getting at least aware of how to get started in a structured way. And so I asked Caleb whether I could review his work, and turned out it was great. Actually, I enjoyed it. Why did you create this video course? Not that you just woke up one morning and say, today I'm gonna create a video course for becoming a drone programmer. How did you start it?
So I'm a total outsider of the drone community. I come from a chemical engineering background, but I found out that I was naturally drawn towards innovation and new technologies, not old chemical engineering tactics from the 1910s.
Yeah.
I found that there is a ton of information online about drone programming, but it's mainly curtailed to like advanced users. Like there's not an easy entry point for the noob like myself who didn't know where to start. I could find your awesome YouTube videos about precision landing, but for someone who doesn't even know how to fly a drone,
yeah, what is it? How does it work?
My head.
Yeah, I mean, when I started, there was nothing, like dinosaurs. Okay, but a few years ago, when I started working on drone autonomy, there was a completely lack of information. So you have to make your way through forums and discussions. That's why I decided to give back to the community with my channel. But you did, a step forward. Rather than doing, just a few tutorials, you actually created a structured lesson, like a good engineer would do. Tell me a little bit about the course now. What am I gonna learn if I sign up for your course?
Yeah, so there are 5 main sections in this course, and each section will start with a high-level introduction to sort of familiarize you with the concepts. And then once these high-level principles are understood, we take a lower dive into the details. And again, this course requires no previous drone knowledge. So the first section is going to be focused on creating our foundational knowledge and familiarizing ourselves with the flight stack. You can think of the flight stack as the holistic grouping of software projects and hardware components that are all needed to make the drone fly. Then we'll set up our development environment and install all of our dependencies, and I'll show you how to make a virtual machine that you can follow along in the course with. So that way it doesn't matter if you're using a Windows, Mac, or Linux PC. Then we get into the autopilot software layer with Ardupilot. And there's a really cool thing about Ardupilot that we'll use quite frequently, and that is their simulated drone called Siddle. And this actually means we can test our code on a simulated drone right from our computer without really having to test our code on a real drone in the real world. Then we'll get into ground control stations and how they can be used to communicate with drones. There are many different ground control stations, but in this course we're going to be covering mainly the visually based Q ground control and the command line based Mav proxy. Next we start to pull up our sleeves a little bit and get into the really fun stuff, which is Dronekit. Now, Dronekit is essentially an API based in Python that lets you command the drone from a Python script. For example, we could tell the drone to move to a location in one line of code in Python, and then Ardupilot will just magically command the drone to fly to our desired location.
Why don't we write a little bit of a code together? Just to make things fun. Let's say that we're here at your house and we want to have, pizza.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
I love it.
Pepperoni.
Yeah. Okay, pepperoni. That is our salame. For us Italians, it's salame. Okay, pepperoni is salame. Okay. It took me a little while to figure it out. So, okay, let's have a pizza now. So, and there is this great pizza house in town that they have a drone delivery. Now,
Oh, yeah.
awesome. So we order the pizza, we go online, we have the app, we order the pizza. What's gonna happen? We have to write the code for this pizza store, and so the first thing it's gonna do is gonna probably receive like a call. So latitude and longitude. We need to put bring an hamburger there. So we have latitude and longitude. It comes in and arm, take off. What then we're gonna do? We're gonna fly here.
Then we'll fly to the waypoint where the pizza must be delivered to the hungry customer.
The hungry customer. Okay, and then it's gonna land like somewhere in the backyard. It's gonna land, turns off the motor, and then you have 10 seconds to get your hamburger. Otherwise, it's gone. It's gone. It's
Back
gonna
in the air.
Yeah, it's gonna arm, take off again, and fly back to the pizza house, land, and is arm. Okay, let's implement this thing. It's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of fun. So guys, if you wanna find Calip's video course, just click on the link in the description below, and here somewhere you're gonna find the code for getting your discount. Okay, use this code when you sign up, and you also get to sustain this channel a little bit. And now, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and Calip is gonna see you in his video course, and I will see you next time.